Hi everyone and welcome back to the video. In this video, we're going to talk about brainstorming and researching potential niche for your blog. Okay, so before you start writing your first blog post, you need to decide what your blog is going to be about, and this is called choosing a niche. Uh, I'll give you a quick definition of a niche, okay, just to uh, make you clear on what a niche is. So, a niche is a specific topic or theme that you focus on in your blog. For example, some popular niches are food, travel, fashion, fitness, and so on. So, choosing a niche for your blog is important because it helps you in a couple of ways. So, the first is it helps you define your target audience. So, who are the people who will be interested in reading your blog? And this uh, defining your target audience, once you define your target audience, it helps you in all the stages of blogging. Okay. The second thing that choosing a niche helps you in is it helps you create relevant and valuable content. So, what are the problems, questions, or needs that your audience has, and how can you help them with your blog? This can be answered when you choose a niche, because once you choose a niche, you get your target audience. Once you get a target audience, you can think like your target audience, and then you can find relevant and valuable content. Then you can create valuable relevant content. The third thing is that it helps you stand out from the competitors. So how can you make your blog unique and different from other blogs in the same niche? By choosing a niche that not a lot of people are talking about, and by getting very sure on what your niche is, because once you know what your niche is, then you will not try to fight with all the people, right? Because you know what your boundary is. You're talking about something, you're not, and they're talking about something else. Then you get very clear on what where you stand and where the others stand. So defining a niche or choosing a niche helps you create that boundary. So how do you choose a niche for your blog? Well, there is no one right way to answer this question, but there are some steps that you can follow that can help you find a niche that suits you and your audience. So let's go through them one by one. So the step one is make a list of all your interests and expertise. So the first step is to think about what you are passionate about and what you know a lot about. Okay, this will help you to find a niche that you enjoy writing about and that you can provide useful information or insights on. For example, if you love cooking and trying out new recipes, maybe a food blog is for you. Or if you are an avid traveler or who loves sharing your adventures and experiences, maybe a travel blog is for you. To make this step easier, grab a pen and paper and write down all the topics that come to your mind when you think about your interests and expertise. Don't worry about whether they are good or bad ideas at this point. Just write down as many as you can. You can also use online tools like Mind Master or Coggle to create a mind map of your ideas. The second step is to consider your target audience. The next step is to think about who you want to teach with your blog. Okay, who are the people who will be interested in reading your blog? What are their demographics, such as age, gender, location, income, education, etc.? What are their psychographics, such as their interests, their hobbies, values, goals, challenges, and all those stuff? What are their pain points or problems that they need solution for? So think about your target audience. It's important to consider the interests and needs of your target audience when choosing a niche, because this will help you to create content that resonates with them and solves their problem. For example, if you want to reach parents, maybe a parenting or family oriented blog is for you. Or if you want to reach a younger audience, maybe a lifestyle or fashion focused blog is for you. Okay, so think about what target audience you want to reach with your blog. To make this step easier, create a persona or a profile of your ideal reader. You can use online tools like HubSpot's Make My Persona or Extensio's user persona creator to help you with this. So give your persona a name, a photo, and some basic details like age, gender, location, and then add some more details like their interests, their hobbies, values, goal, challenges, etc. This will help you to visualize and understand your target audience better. The third step is to research industry trends. So the third step is to look for niche that are growing in popularity or have potential for growth. This will help you to ensure that your blog has a long-term future and that there will be a demand for your content. For example, If you're interested in wellness and health, maybe a niche like plant-based living or sustainable living is for you. These are both growing in popularity and have a lot of potential for growth. And it's always helpful to be in a niche that is growing as compared to being in a niche that's dying and that's declining in popularity. And that's for obvious reasons, right? To make this step easier, use online tools like Google Trends or BuzzSumo to see how popular a particular topic is over time. Simply enter your keyword or phrase and see how it has trended over the past few years. This will help you to identify niche topics that are on the rise and have potential for growth. You should also read industry news and publications to stay up to date on latest trends and news in your chosen industry. But that's going a little too overboard, okay? That's not too necessary. If you are a very serious person, a serious blogger, and you want to make sure that everything is on, on spot, then you can also read, or you can also take this step. Then you can read in industry news and publication, because then you will have some data to back you up, right? Then you will have some proof, something backing you up that this niche has potential, this niche has growth. So this will help you to identify emerging trends and opportunities in your niche. You can use online tools like Feedly or Flipboard to follow industry blogs and magazines. So that was the third step. The fourth step is check out the other blogs in your chosen niche. So once you've selected a niche, the fourth step is to research other blogs in your chosen niche to see what they are covering and how they are doing it. This will help you to identify opportunities to differentiate your blog and stand out in the market. For example, if you are considering a food blog, maybe look at other food blogs to see what type of recipes and content they are featuring, and think about how you can add your unique own twist to that, right? And how you can uh, give or offer something unique to your audience, because they also have the same audience that you have. So your audience will be going to their blog and their audience will be coming to your blog. To make this easier, you can use online tools like SimilarWeb or Alexa to find and analyze other blogs in your niche. You can see how much traffic they get, where their traffic comes from, what keywords they rank for, what social media platform they use, etc. This will help you to get a sense of competition and the market size in your niche. You can also use online tools like Ubersuggest or Answer the Public to find out what question or keywords people are searching for in your niche. This will help you to generate blog ideas and content that your niche audience is looking for. So that was the fourth step. Basically, that you're checking out other blogs, doing competitive research, thinking about what your audience are doing or what your competitors are doing. And it will be very helpful if you can also create an Excel sheet for this. Okay. And so first of all, one question may come to your mind. Okay, how do I find my competitors? So it's a step-by-step process, and everybody has a different way of doing it, but I have made my own way over the years of doing blogging. So the starting point is that you have to find starting 1-2 websites on your own. Okay, so just write the keywords that you think are very relevant to your niche idea. Just put it on any search engine, Google, and you will find a couple of websites. Just go through all those websites and try to find websites that are very relevant to what you are thinking of building, right? Make a list of those websites, just 2 or 3 of them. The more you get, the better it is, but just make sure that you get 2 or 3 of them and make an Excel sheet, right? So just put those websites URLs in the first column of your Excel sheet, and then go to keyword research tools like SEMrush or Ubersuggest or Ahref. Ahref is the best. I'll say it again and again, but Ahref is paid and expensive. SEMrush is also paid, but you can get a free trial on it. Ubersuggest is, I think they give 10 searches for free, and then they also have paid plans, but you can use it for free for 2-3 searches per day. but that will be limited. But that is good for starting. So what you can do now, just put those website URLs in all these keyword research tools, and all these keyword research tools will have a section called similar websites. So just put the URL of those keywords in the search box, in all the three Ahref, SEMrush, and Ubersuggest, and just scroll and try to find out. On the page, they will definitely have something called competitor website or similar websites. Just go through all those list of websites one by one and see if you can find other websites that are relevant. Okay, if you find something, just copy it, paste it in your Excel, and your list will your list will expand. Okay. So let's say you start with 3 websites, you put those 3 websites in, you find 20-30 results for each of those websites, so you get 60 results in all. Just check out all those 60 websites, and you find out that okay, 20 websites out of 60 websites are also relevant to my niche, so put those in. Now put those 20 websites in on those keyword research tools, and out of those 20 websites, maybe you will get 40 more. So it's an arduous task, it will take hard work, but it's very important. And the better high quality websites that you can get at this stage, the better it will be for you in the future, because once you have this list of websites, then it will help you in all the upcoming stages of blogging. It will help you with your blog design, because you know what's working and what are the theme and what are the type of design other blogs are choosing in your niche. It will help you in your keyword research, because you can do gap analysis of all these websites, and you can know what are the keywords that they're ranking for and what are the easy keywords, okay, low difficulty keywords. So it will help you in your design, it will help you in your keyword research tools, and it will give you ideas. Okay, it can, and all sorts of ideas. It can give you monetization ideas, because you know how they are monetizing their website, so you can do the same, because both of you have similar audiences. So it will help you in all the stages. Just believe me and do the hard work at this stage, because doing competitor research is very important and it's very logical. Just think about it. These are the websites that have spent, a couple of years building their website, and you are a newbie. You have just entered this space. So it's very logical to just take something and follow something that's working already, rather than trying to figure out everything on your own. So if you want to get success as fast as you can, then just copy what's working. Don't try to think on your own in the starting. You can do whatever you want to after you get a stable audience, but not in the initial stages, because if you try to do things in the initial stages and if it does not work out, you will drop out, you will stop doing it, and you will become one of those millions of people who think that blogging is just not working these days. Blogging is dead, and I don't want you to be one of them. So just believe me and do this competitor research thing. So that was the first step, right? We talked a lot on this fourth step. The fifth step is consider the resources available to you. So the fifth step is basically to consider the resources that you have available to create and maintain your blog. This includes your time, your money, your skills, your equipments, etc. So if you have limited resources, maybe choose a blog that requires very less research or specialized equipment. For example, if you have a busy schedule and a tight budget, maybe a personal blog where you share your thoughts and opinions is for you, because you don't have to do a lot of research for this. Or if you have more resources available, maybe choose a niche that requires more research or specialized equipment. For example, if you have a lot of time and money, maybe a travel blog is for you, where you can share your photos and videos of you. To make this step easier, make a list of resources you have available and the resources you need for your blog. Then compare them and see if they match. If not, maybe adjust your niche or your resources accordingly. So that's the fifth step. The sixth step is test your ideas. The sixth step is basically to test your ideas, and it's optional. Not everybody will be able to do this. It's basically uh, testing your ideas to see which one are the most viable and profitable. So you can do this by conducting surveys or focus groups to gauge interest in your ideas, or by creating a small test blog to see how well your content performs. Okay, so this, as I already mentioned, this is optional. You can skip it if you don't want to, because this is literally going too overboard with this process. But if you, again, if you want to be very sure that whatever you want are doing is working and it's going to make sense, then you can take this step. And to make this step easier, you can use online tools like SurveyMonkey or Google Forms to create and distribute surveys to your target audience. You can also ask them questions like, how interested are you in this topic? How often do you read blogs about this topic? What are the main problems or challenges that you face in this topic? What are the main benefits or solution you're looking for in this topic? How would you be? How much will you be willing to pay for product or services related to this topic? Okay. You can also use online tools like WordPress or Medium to create a small test blog where you post some sample content and see how it performs. So you can measure things like how many views, comments, likes, share, etc. do you get, and in how many days. How much traffic do you get from search engine, social media, etc. How many subscribers or followers do you get? How much revenue do you generate? Okay, and so uh, make sure that these all the steps that I mentioned and ideas that I mentioned in step number 6, you will be able to do this only if you already have an audience in some form, right? So if you have a very good audience on Twitter or social media or any social media website, and you want to make sure, and you can afford to do this, okay, you have the resources to take this step. You can test your idea. You have people who will fill out forms for you. You have uh, the time and resources to test out of a small blog, because you cannot afford to fail, right? If you cannot afford to fail, then you have to take this step and you have to test it out on a small scale before launching anything very big and then failing, right? So that was the sixth step. The seventh step is look for niche with a specific audience. So the seventh step is to basically look for niche which has a specific and defined audience rather than a general and broad audience. So this will help you to target your content and marketing efforts more effectively, and increase your chances of success. For example, rather than reading a fitness blog, maybe start a blog about yoga for beginners or strength training for beginners over 50. So this is basically what I mentioned in the first step. You go sub niche into a niche. So you go basically micro into your niche. And there is also a phenomena called micro niching. They are micro niches, micro websites. But I'm not telling you to go micro. I'm telling you to go sub niche. So just find a niche, a sub niche into a niche. Go a little bit narrow, because the more narrower you get, the less direct competition you're facing, and the easier it is for you to define your target audience and make something that is directly helpful to them. And it is also easier for social media website. It is also helpful for search engines to rank you for these keywords, because they know that you have a, a tropical and canonical authority over these keywords. We will talk about this in the coming videos as well. So just think about whatever the niche that you have selected, is it too broad? And if you can go a little bit more deep into the niche, and if you can go a little bit more sub niche into the niche that you have selected, then it will be great and it will be helpful for you in the future. So try to select a niche which is specific and targeted. To make this step easier, again, use tools like Google Keyword Planner or SEMrush or Ahref to find out how many people are searching for your niche keywords every month. This will help you to estimate the size and demand of your niche market. You can also use online tools like Facebook Audience Network or Quad Ads to find out more about your niche or your target audience demographics, their interests, and their behavior. And this will help you to create more personalized and relevant content and ads for them. So Facebook Audience Network is a great tool, and Quora Ads is also a great tool for you to get more characteristics of your target audience. So if you go on Facebook Audience Network, I don't know if the rules will change in the future or not. Then, or if you will have to enter your credit card details on the website. But basically, on Facebook Audience tool, you can uh, enter the keyword that you're searching, that you want to run your ads on, and Facebook will show you all the targeting options that they have available. Okay, so if you type in your keyword, then Facebook will show you what are the estimated audience that they have on Facebook for this, and then you can niche down. You can niche down it by gender. You can niche down it by education, and that estimated audience will change, and it will give you basically an idea on how big your audience is. So that's a good tool that you can use. Also, you can use Quora Ads as well. Okay, and this will help you create more personalized and relevant content. So yeah, I guess that was it. Those were the steps. So now let's talk about the action steps for this video. So the first action step is make a list of your interests and areas of expertise to help narrow down your potential niche. Second is consider the interests and needs of your target audience when choosing a niche. Third one is research industry trends, and this is optional, to find niche that are growing in popularity and have potential for growth. The fourth is check out other blogs in your chosen niche to see what they are covering and how they are doing it. Okay, and what I mentioned about competitive search. So you only have to do that competitive research thing if you have selected a niche. Don't do it before you have selected a niche. Okay, so let's say you have 10 ideas and you are doing that Excel thing for all the 10 websites. That will take a lot of time. Do it for the website that do it for after selecting a niche. Do it after selecting a niche. But you can also do it if you want, if you don't have much information about a niche and if you want to go deep into a niche, then of course you can do it, that Excel thing. But I'll not recommend doing it for all the niche ideas that you have. Don't do it for niche ideas. After select a niche idea and then do it. But of course, if you want to do it, then you can do it. So that was the fourth step, the fourth action step. The fifth action step is consider the resources available to you, such as your skills, your knowledge, your equipment, your time, right? Your budget, everything. So these were the action steps, and that's it for the video. I hope you found it useful and informative. And if you want to know more about this topic and what are the common mistakes that people make which is related to this topic, and if you want to get the notes of this video, and if you want to read basically more on this topic, then check out this book. This book is the source material on the basis of which all these videos are made, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.